You're only a what if away from great winter holidays. What if it's Aussie for travel? It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show.
I was just thinking about Belly Button Guy yesterday.
Were you the guy who made the noise with his belly button?
He came all the way into the studio to make this funny noise with his belly button, and then Pete, you just leaned over and stuck your finger in his belly. It was wet and weird.
I was just curious to see how it felt. And yeah, you're right. It was wet and weird. But what was even weirder was that I couldn't make the same sound with his belly button that he could make with his belly button.
No, it was still.
And then I've been trying to practice ever since. Hey, geez, it feels like I saw you yesterday around about 2 o'clock in the afternoon in this very studio announcing Ed Sheeran's coming. Yes. If you don't
a pretty
mind,
big deal.
it's a massive deal. Ed Sheeran is back. The Loop Tour.
Because we've both had the privilege of seeing him live, and it's such a performance.
He's amazing.
So it's going to be a really big deal, and particularly because we've got tickets to give away on our show.
That's right. Ed Sheeran, tickets on our show, 7:30. You'll get your chance.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Wow, the man of the moment. How lucky we were to be on the air yesterday afternoon as the news dropped. Pete and Kymba telling you that Ed Sheeran is on his way back to Perth, Optus Stadium, Jan 31, bringing the Loop Tour. Frontier Touring and MG Live, proud to be bringing this global superstar back. The pre-sale starts Monday at 2 p.m. All tickets on sale Tuesday. For details, head to frontiertouring.com. We have tickets coming your way at 7:30 this morning, but it is the Loop Tour. This is what it sounds like.
The tour is called Loop. It's a new stage, new setup, new tricks, new songs, old songs, classic songs, and I can't wait to start this tour.
Short, sharp, to the point, and sounds awesome. We can't wait.
It's very cool seeing him perform live, and the loop system that he uses is really amazing. I mean, if I know it's been around a long time, but when you're watching it used very well, it's very cool to see.
He uses it better than anyone I've seen. And in fact, we've got some audio of him on stage during one of his tours explaining what this loop pedal does.
I want to explain a little bit what I'm doing with my feet here. This thing on my feet is called a loop station. Everything you hear tonight is completely live. There is no backing track whatsoever. It's all made live on the spot. It's controlled with my feet. And at the end of the song, it's deleted, and it will not be the same again tomorrow. The way that it works is a press record like this. You make the first loop, then you press play, and it loops. You can add one more layer like this, another layer like that, and like this.
That was from the last tour, 2023. I recognise every bit of that audio because I saw it.
Very cool.
And it was incredible.
Well, you could be seeing him too. As we said, the tickets are going on sale with Frontier pre-sale this Monday at 2 o'clock. Tickets on sale Tuesday, or you could win them for free from us.
7:30, right? Make sure you're listening. Now, you met him.
Yeah.
What was he like?
He's a sweetheart. He was such a down-to-earth, really calm, very real, wholesome dude.
Now, was this back, 2015 was the time before 2023? This would have been back then? Do you remember?
Was 2015 before 2023?
Yeah, well, sorry, in terms of tours.
It was. No, I actually am trying to rack my brain, and I'm going through all my computer files here, trying to find the photographs I took with him to remember when it was.
Yeah.
Because it was a while ago, and I remember he didn't have many tattoos at the time because we talked about it, and he showed me he didn't have many tats.
Of course.
Because we talked about what he was going to get next and that
Yeah.
sort of stuff, and I'm trying to find what year it was, but he was just a lovely bloke.
Did you get a chance to spend a lot of time with him, or was it just because that would have been when he wasn't as... He was
wasn't
working
as
his
huge.
way up.
Yeah.
He wasn't the global superstar we know now, but he was working his way up there.
Yeah, he was still a big deal, but he wasn't quite making those massive stadium shows yet. So he was probably in the studio with us for about 15, 20 minutes. And he was, lovely.
Yeah, wicked. All right, see if you can find that stuff.
Yeah, I've got to find it because
we
we had the whole interview and we had everything.
And again, we'll say it again and again and again. Ed Sheeran on his way back to Perth with the Loop Tour. January 31, Optus Stadium. Pre-sale starts Monday at 2. All tickets on sale Tuesday. Frontiertouring.com.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
You know what? I didn't mean to keep bringing this back every day, but the world just keeps on throwing me awesome news stories to bring your way. So let's do another little choose your own adventure, Kymba.
I like this.
Now, today you have the choice between something bitter, which is the one that you didn't choose yesterday, or something handy. Something bitter or something handy.
You know I'm going to go with something handy.
Yeah.
Because I love a bit of hand action.
You don't.
Why wouldn't you?
Too
early?
Don't we all? No, it's before 7 o'clock. It's
Safe.
actually
Safe
naughty.
as houses.
In 50 seconds, it's naughty 6:40. So,
okay, cool. We're right on
good to
brand.
go. No, look, in this case, we'll go with something handy.
Yes.
And the reason being is I'm going to take you to Bunnings.
I love Bunnings.
I know you love Bunnings.
And I'm a very handy person.
Yeah, I don't know
I
if
love
you
a
would have,
DIY.
I don't know if you would have enjoyed this episode of Bunnings, right? Just take a listen to a little bit of this news story.
Spraying an extremely hot chili spray. It's called Satan's Spit and is meant to be used in small doses on food. Moments later, customers begin to cough. Panic sets in. Shoppers cover their eyes. 11 people taken to hospital with burning eyes and breathing difficulties, forced to strip and wash in makeshift outdoor showers.
Now, let me explain what's going on here.
Oh, my God. I know this story. And when you hear the news grab first, like that sounds, I mean, it was obviously serious.
It was very serious.
People were hospitalised.
Absolutely.
It's obviously serious. But the story behind it is absurd.
It's wild, right? I'm so excited that you've heard this story.
Because it's not what you expect.
A bloke by the name of Paul Andrew Hart, who's a chef on a mine site, has been sentenced to 16 months in prison because he tried a practical joke last year, I think it was on Australia Day, in this Bunnings in Northam, and thought he was spraying fart spray into the air and instead let off this can of Satan's spit, which is...
It's like a chili flavouring,
well,
right?
the manufacturer says it's extreme heat warning. One of our hottest and more dangerous products. Please handle with care. Spray with caution as it can travel through the air and get in eyes. You've been warned. Now, there's victim impact statements from people that were affected on the day, including kids as young as 6 and 7 years of age, saying things like, I struggled to take a breath, I was coughing uncontrollably, I thought I was going to die, I was frantic, I didn't know what was happening to me, I couldn't help my daughter.
They would be scared because they don't know what's happened.
And in
right?
a Bunnings,
if you start feeling like that, you would absolutely panic.
Absolutely. And in a Bunnings, with all the chemicals and all of that sort of stuff that you have through the cleaning aisles and this, that and the other. So he was sentenced over the prank just yesterday. Now, that Bunnings outlet had to close its doors. They lost $16,000 in income on that day. And they actually had to pay thousands of dollars to 8 affected employees, the people running through the aisles.
The part of the story that made me, I guess, chuckle, even though it's a terrible situation for everyone who was there, was that his plan was to let off a fart spray.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
He was like, it'll be really funny if I let off this gross fart spray in
He's
here,
just
and
a
everyone
classic
will.
lad.
Did you see the name of the fart spray that he's referring to?
I've missed that. What was the name of the fart spray?
I don't like saying the word. I don't know if I can say the word, so I'm gonna. If I put an accent on it, it'll be okay.
Go on. But if you put an accent on it,
liquid ass.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
We're sifting through the media haze to tell you what's trending.
Producer Brooke, good morning, good morning. Now, this first story, I'm actually really interested to hear your opinions because you've both been in this industry a really long time and I think you're going to have some strong opinions on it, but we'll see. So we've all heard stories, Taylor Swift, Prince, people who've basically got their catalogue of music back because they feel like they should be the one making the money out of what they've created. Mm-hmm. But one story I came across, Amanda Seyfried, she's from Mamma Mia, she was in Dear John, Letters to Juliet, she's been in a few rom-coms. She was also Karen in Mean Girls. I don't know if you remember.
Yep.
Her boobs could tell when it was about to rain.
Yes.
Now I remember.
Yep. Well, she sat down with Adam Brody for a variety interview and just have a listen.
I really love seeing my face on people's T-shirts.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I'm a little resentful because Paramount still owes me some money.
Oh, yeah.
But
For the T-shirts? Or for the
likeness of, every store sells Mean Girls T-shirts with our faces on photographs. And I'm like, is it because I was 17 and dumb? Or is it just that, you know what I mean?
What are your thoughts? Should she be like, she was probably signing a contract at 17, so excited for her first movie role, but now her face is still on T-shirts.
But the thing is, that wouldn't be a thing that came from the production company now. That would be that people have the rights to just produce that stuff anywhere, right? You can get those shirts made anywhere. They have no control over who's making them.
Well, I think they should sell licensing, and then they would make money off those licensing. Like Barbie, when it came out, Barbie made so much money off those licensing agreements.
Yeah, I don't think when it's a movie, and Mean Girls was massive, right?
Huge.
So like when it's a movie that big, there are things that are going to slip through the cracks. The whole idea of like she was 17, should she get stuff now? I think she signed what she signed back then, right?
Yeah.
Which sucks because God knows that I did a lot of things where I wish that somebody had looked after me very early in my career.
You know what?
But
nothing would have changed. It would have been like when you used to go to the auditions for Australian Idol, The Voice, all of that. To go to the audition, you sign a piece of paper that says, if I win this thing, then I'll give Sodi or whoever it is the recording contract. They can have me for 5 years and I'm going to get 3% of the sales. And if you don't sign it, they don't let you audition.
Yeah, there's a foot in the door.
So
and
you get in and they know that. That's why they bend you over. Like, that's how it works.
Yeah, she didn't sound too dusty about it. Like,
I think she's
pretty,
fine.
Yeah, she's
She's
doing
fine. And you know what? That movie helped that.
Yes, 100%.
You know what I mean?
It was her foot in the door. Now, look, we're going to pivot a little bit to some very, very sad news. It was weeks ago that Ozzy Osbourne had his final farewell concert, and he has passed. So his family has released a statement expressing their sadness, requesting privacy at this time. At the age of 76, he has passed away.
How many Black Sabbath albums have you got, Brooke?
All of them, Kymba. None.
Ozzy Osbourne is one of these characters, even if you were not a Black Sabbath fan, he just found his way into our lives, particularly through the show The Osbournes, where people
they pioneered reality television.
Yeah.
We were glued. I wasn't a Black Sabbath fan, but I was glued to that TV show.
They were a really unique family.
Yeah.
I think everyone got this insight into who they are and who Ozzy Osbourne was. And so, this will hit people as well. Like, it's pretty, and he's 76. It's pretty young.
He's young. It's so young.
Look, I don't know if you saw the images and the videos from that last concert. Just have a listen to this. This is what played as a giant throne, a bat throne, emerged from the stage. And he was just, obviously he's not very mobile, but, it was...
Well, he was suffering Parkinson's to a debilitating degree.
Yes.
That wasn't a secret. But the fact that only just weeks ago he could put on this concert and get out there and do that, and here we are.
Though. It was in his hometown as well.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This is a cool place to be.
And Kelly Osbourne, his daughter, her fiancé proposed backstage at the show. So just a really beautiful moment for that family. But look, Kelly wasn't happy a couple of days ago. There was a hoax that he had passed, and she had to come out and say, no, he hasn't passed. He does have Parkinson's. He's losing mobility, but, he is still very much alive. And then to have that in the week that he did pass is
awful.
A bit of a shame.
I'll tell you what, who is rejoicing today off the back of this news? Bats everywhere.
Oh, and doves.
Yeah.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins. Best call wins. The best.
Best call wins. 131060. We want you to share your amazing story of the time that you have embarrassed yourself at work.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna set the scene for you because this happened yesterday in our office. So we'll set the scene. It's a boardroom full of really important people.
The most important people.
Got a lot of executives in town at the moment, and all the execs are there. And it's a nationwide Zoom call, right? Everyone's on the call. You've got everywhere in there. It's a big meeting, and everyone's doing business stuff, except for one guy.
Hi. Hello.
Enter Troy.
Hello, Troy.
Hi, Troy.
Hello. So I was quite busy yesterday, so I took the Zoom call at my desk while the people were upstairs in the boardroom. And there's always those people that they have their mic off mute, and you're like, come on, man, it's not hard, mute your mic.
Yeah, don't be that person.
That was me.
So you were just sitting quietly with your computer on mute, or at least you thought you did.
Thought it was. So I took a quick phone call during the meeting because, a lot of it is just, you don't have to take a lot of notice to a lot of it. Hopefully
Right.
they're not listening this morning. And
Troy is a very enthusiastic worker and he loves it.
You are every person working in an office right now. Like, I can tell you, like 100%.
let's just say there were some profanities said on this phone call that I was on, and then all of a sudden I can hear, Troy, you're off mute. And I just went all hot.
Yeah.
And like I felt my face go so red.
So,
Nothing like dropping a great big swear on the call, on a business call where everyone is listening.
what was the word?
But it wasn't like a harmless word.
Was
like,
it a real like proper
was-
word? Did it start with
was
an F
the
or a
F-bomb.
C?
And it was
And
like
loud, loudly.
This one of our big bosses, mid him doing like a speech, I'm dropping an F-bomb, interrupting him. Hundreds of people on this call.
Everyone heard it.
I was mortified. And then I just heard, Troy.
Yeah, it was not. Was it Troy or was it our boss going, Troy,
Yeah.
you're off mute, turn it off.
Panicked. Absolutely panicked.
And you know, and apparently no one knew it was me. He just knew my voice.
He knows your
So
voice.
he outed me in
because
front
you
of
couldn't
everyone.
be seen
Yeah.
on the screen.
No.
Nobody knew it was you, but he knew it was you. And
Yes.
then, mate.
But also, talk about
was
bargaining
brilliant.
power, because that happened yesterday. Here you are today back at work. So, like, clearly you are a very important piece to this puzzle,
But
my
just,
friend.
just talking about it is getting hot and red. It's because there's something about doing it at work as well, where you're like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to be professional, everything's fine, and you do something epic. So we want to hear your best call if you have embarrassed yourself at work.
Now, I want proper embarrass, like to the point where you may have even been fired for whatever happened.
Yeah.
Okay? Go
13 10
hard.
60.
Justine, good morning. Now, you were a travel agent. What happened? How did you embarrass yourself?
We went on a cruise and it was Sydney Harbour, had a few sherbets over the course of the night, went to bed, got up for some unknown reason, and then went into someone else's room and then pushed the girl out of bed and said, no, this is my bed. And everybody in the room woke up and went, no, this is not your room. And eventually they convinced me it wasn't. But then 2 nights more on the boat, everybody was talking about me. And in the company newsletter, there was a story about someone getting into the wrong room and trying to push people out of bed.
You made the company newsletter. Brilliant. Natalie, you tried to insult your boss. How did you think you were going to get away with this?
Well, I thought I was talking Pig Latin.
Oh, he'll never know Pig Latin. He never went to primary school, right?
I was hoping.
My God. Can we even ask you what you were going to say?
I was going to call him an effing.
Okay, yep, fair enough. Right. Okay. Pig Latin.
I love it. I'm worried about this. Anonymous, did you get fired because of something you did at work?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
So,
what happened?
I was working for my dad. We were just doing a little job around town, and I've gone inside to use the bathroom, and I've caught the mistress in there. And so one thing's led to another. We got down to business, and the husband's come.
Hang on. You said mistress.
As in the wife?
Oh, well,
Like
the wife. Yeah.
The wife, so
All
was
right.
it a husband and wife whose home you were working in?
So
she
the
became
husband
your
got
mistress.
Well, you know.
You hooked up with his wife in the bathroom.
Wait,
while your dad
No,
was
no,
on the
I'm-
job.
I'm going to find the bathroom,
Yeah.
and I've met up with his wife in there. The husband's wife that owns the house.
Yeah.
We got to be down to business, and the husband's come home and he's caught us.
Yeah.
And he made a bit of a fuss about it, and
I can
imagine after to fire me.
Yeah, I can imagine that he would have made a fuss about it.
Talk about a fuss, honestly.
I'll tell you what.
Carry on over this.
Hey, Beck, you organised a farewell. How'd you embarrass yourself? What happened?
Okay, so I work in healthcare. We had a long-standing doctor that was retiring, but it was a colleague that was organising it, and she knew exactly who this person was. She wasn't available to go and help set up it was like a cocktail afternoon. So I went down and helped set up in her place, but I didn't know who the doctor was. When he arrived, I asked him to sign his retirement farewell card.
Cute. Okay, Leanne, apparently you had quite the office blunder. What happened?
Yeah, so my husband and I were trying to get pregnant, and I'd set my calendar, what I thought was just my personal calendar, to track my ovulation and my menstruation, and I'd set the whole company-wide calendar to my ovulation tracker. Executives, CEOs, the works. Absolutely everybody knew when I was ovulating.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And at the head of the email, just looping you all in. Yeah. All right, Donna.
Just imagine every month, like the ding coming up on everyone.
So you're a nurse, Donna. How'd you embarrass yourself?
I'm
What
a
happened?
nurse.
Go on.
Okay, so I'm a nurse, and when I first started training, I was being taught how to catheterize a male. And, okay, so I...
Sorry, hang on a second. Can you just say that word? Being taught how?
Catheterize.
Right,
Like
okay.
how to insert a catheter.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, sorry, a catheter, yes. So the doctor was talking me through it, and he was like, yep, use the lube and pull the foreskin back and pull the foreskin back. And I had used too much lube, and I had to pull the foreskin back about like 4 times. And then, like, we just kind of realized at the same time and looked at each other and looked at the patient, and he's like sitting there with his arms laying back looking so relaxed.
That made my morning, Donna. Fantastic.
Oh, my God.
And I don't think we've ever gotten away with saying that word so many times back to back.
Okay, that was fun.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
That's the man of the moment, Ed Sheeran. Good morning. 7:39, Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins. He is on his way back. The Loop Tour at Optus Stadium, January 31. Frontier pre-sale starts Monday at 2. All tickets on sale Tuesday. For details, head to frontiertouring.com. It's Frontier Touring and MG Live bringing this global superstar back our way. And we have your tickets.
Hello. This is Ed Sheeran. We know that you know Ed Sheeran. Yeah. But how well? This is Gearin for Sheeran.
Gearin for Sheeran. This is how it works. All you need to do is call 13 10 60. We've got a bunch of people on the line ready to go. You can keep trying. We're going to ask you questions about Ed Sheeran, and you have to get the question correct and keep getting them correct. And whoever is still on the line at the 30-second mark when the timer goes off, whoever gets that question correct wins the double pass.
All right, now here's the thing, right? If we get to that 30-second timer and whoever's on the line gets that wrong, this is where it gets really exciting. The ticket's jackpot, right? So we don't give them away today if that happens. We give away 4 tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then 6, and then 8, and then who knows?
And the thing with this is that someone could do all the hard work. They could be on for 28 seconds and get heaps of Ed Sheeran questions correct. And if they get that last one wrong, too bad.
All right, Nicola, your first cab off the rank. Good morning.
Amazing. Hello.
Hi, Nicola, you're going to have to hold your position here. We're just going to ask you Ed Sheeran questions. Are you ready to go?
Sure am.
Okay.
All right. You got the questions?
I'm ready. You're
I've
gonna
got the
start the timer?
Yes, your time starts now.
Which country was Ed Sheeran born in?
England.
Name one mathematical symbol that Ed Sheeran has used for an album title.
Square root.
No, we move
Incorrect.
on. All right, Heavenly, it's your turn. Go for the questions.
Heavenly, which Bridget Jones movie did Ed Sheeran cameo in? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
4.
Incorrect.
No, we move on to Lindsay. Go for it.
Lindsay, how many Grammy Awards?
Oh,
You have
hang
to
on a
get
sec.
this correct, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
G'day.
Lindsay, how many Grammy
Hello.
Awards has Ed Sheeran won?
Come on, Lindsay. 3, 2, 1.
Pick something.
35.
35.
Don't you laugh at Lindsay. I have no idea how many he's won either.
No, you're right. Sorry, my apologies.
Lindsay, I'm sorry, you are incorrect. He's won 4.
He's won 4. Right, now the 30-second timer went off. Lindsay had an opportunity to take the tickets, didn't get there. The tickets jackpot. So tomorrow at 7:30, we'll be giving away 4 tickets to Ed Sheeran and Loop Tour.
This is how the game works. Gearin for Sheeran. The tickets could be yours. We're doing it every day on the Pete and Kymba Show with Ben Cousins.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
On Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins, it's yay or nay.
Hello, producer Rami.
Good morning, guys. All right, got a couple of nays for you. First one, canned vegetables.
3, 2, 1.
Nay.
Yay.
Oh, okay. Why is it a nay?
Oh, except
Without fresh.
artichoke.
Artichoke's good. No,
Canned artichoke, I'm fine with. I'll use it in a dip.
Okay.
You know what I love? I absolutely love them. The champignons. You know those tiny little mushrooms.
Do you eat those ones?
I eat those.
They look weird.
Mate, I eat them by the tin. There's always a couple of those in our cupboard, and I reckon I get through one a week. I don't know what it is. I think it's the texture.
Do you know, they're in your cupboard, and the only other place they are is when you see like those sort of zombie apocalypse movies where they're going to raid a pantry, and that's all that's in there.
If I'm desperate, I'll eat it.
In my house with the kids, it's a zombie apocalypse half the time.
Champignons.
Champignons.
How do you guys feel about the, what are they called? Not kidney beans, but the white ones, the butter beans.
Butter beans?
I'm holding up the can of cannellini.
Fagioli cannellini.
Yes.
Those have been in every minestrone I've ever eaten.
Exactly. Now be warned, because this happened yesterday.
A Melbourne family claims to have found a lizard inside a can of beans purchased from their local supermarket.
Yeah, holding a photo
I've seen the
of
photo.
lizard.
Do you know what?
Wow.
I think when you're going to find animals in your food, you've got to be grateful when they're in whole pieces like that.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like, you know, because it's really obvious that that's not a bean. It's pretty obvious it's a lizard.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, right? So, like, that's disturbing to see, but I mean, the reality is there is that much animals and bugs and stuff that they allow for in our food in general. Like even in confectionery, like chocolates and lollies.
I've never seen a tarantula in my block of chocolates.
I think it's a rumour, but
It's not a rumour.
I accept now that, to be perfectly honest, if there's any bugs or animals wanting to be near the food, I think we should be grateful that we can still consider it food.
Okay.
Like, because everything else is so fake and made, like, you know, in a lab now, that animals wouldn't go near it.
Well, you have a glass half full approach to things, don't you?
I try.
I looked at that and I went, never eating that again. What's wrong?
Damn it, you're correct.
There's not really spiders in cockroaches in our chocolate.
Yeah, Google's telling me it's a misconception.
And I don't care. I'd eat it
how
anyway.
disappointing.
I don't care.
All right, second one, private jets.
3, 2, 1.
Yay.
Nay.
It's a nay because it's bad for the climate, right?
Yep.
And you should not be using them.
Seems
but I would
wasteful.
love to try one. Have we
Doesn't
ever
seem
been on a
necessary.
private jet before?
Oh, God, no.
But you know, it's a jet. There's plenty of jets. There's heaps of jets that take people around all the time. I just don't see the difference between private jets and big jets in terms of this whole argument about
What do you
the
mean?
environment.
Because if we were taking like a trip from Australia to the UK and we can put 350 people on that same flight.
But I've also been on plenty of flights where there's meant to be 200 seats filled and there's 10 people on it. You know what I mean? So like...
True.
That hasn't happened in a long time.
Well, maybe I love hearing these stories where a well-known celebrity is catching a commercial flight. The latest one is a duo, Angelina Jolie and Salma Hayek.
Okay.
There's this amazing video of them just lining up for a commercial flight with people just standing in line to board the plane. Mind you, Angelina's worth 180 million, Salma Hayek worth 200 million. Selma's husband worth 10 billion.
I think that would be the worst thing about having to earn a lot of money. Like if you're making a lot of money and that you're instantly having to hang out with the kind of people who would think it's okay to have a private jet.
Yeah, exactly. And final one.
I'd be the kind of person to have a private jet.
You'd be the worst type of person.
It doesn't have to change you. You can be the same person.
Yeah, but I'd take you guys. That's the thing. Like I'd fly us all around.
You would forget us in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And final one, fighting in the workplace.
3, 2, 1.
I mean, nay.
Yay.
Of course it's a nay.
I mean, yay.
I respect you, Pete, and I'm grateful that you do not fluff in the studio with me.
Oh, not that you know of. Like, there's been the occasional time where you might have skipped out for a quick moment to go and make a tea, and I've gone, this is my chance. And
you trust that it will be gone by the time I get back.
Well, there's been a couple of times that it hasn't, and it has blown my mind with your sense of smell, because your sense of smell is ridiculous.
It is
like,
quite
I've never met anyone
honed.
like this, right?
Yeah.
That you've actually never detected it. It's been amazing.
Wow.
Anyway, pass me the cannellini bean.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Pete and Kymba with this guy.
In Western Australian radio, footy players with media experience are considered especially valuable. Now Pete and Kymba can proudly tout that this radio program has an AFL Premiership and Brownlow medal between the three hosts, but mainly Ben Cousins. This is his segment opener. Ben.
Good morning, Ben.
Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, not bad. I'm good.
You're looking
How
very
are you?
comedic today.
Don't start. Don't start. Yeah.
Do you know, I mean, we're just thrilled that you went out on a weeknight because that doesn't happen very often for Pete and I. But you did go to the Comedy Lounge last night to do locker room. Is it locker room chat? Locker room laughs?
Locker room laughs,
yeah. The comics were fun. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Yeah, and all homegrown talent.
Yeah, WA talent.
I came away, I really enjoyed it. And I'm going to spend more time seeking out some of this talent. Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, there's
it was
lots
funny.
of great comedy around the city for like
I would never have.
heaps. There's like lots in lots of different suburbs too, so you've got to get out and about.
Crazy.
One thing I want to check with you: have you eaten? Do you eat breakfast before you come in?
I
to
do
the
eat
show?
breakfast.
What do you have? Are you a Wheat Bix guy or a?
I've been a Wheat Bix person for a long time.
Wheat Bix kid.
Yeah,
Right.
most mornings.
Actually, through the 90s, a lot of sports people on the front of Wheat Bix boxes. Were you ever one of them?
Never got
Did you
there.
ever get into a commercial where it's like, I do 6, I do 12, I do 25?
I think I was doing 6 when I was about 2.
Right.
Mum reckons.
Okay,
You should
gotcha.
see. I've got the photos to back it up too.
I mean, I hope you haven't had a huge breakfast because we've already got some food here for you to
Well,
try.
I've always got room.
Good.
Yeah.
We did talk yesterday about these cinnamon scrolls, and we're going to try and find you the best
This
cinnamon
has gone
scroll in
quite
all
big.
of WA.
This has gone big. I've had a number of people, mates of mine, and that want to text me and go, give me their opinions about the best cinnamon scrolls. I said, listen, stay in your lane. I tell you about cinnamon scrolls. You don't tell me.
Well, can I I'm just going to just really quickly, because I've got in my hot little hand the very first one you'll be taste testing today. And I'm just going to open the lid so you can see.
Ooh.
Doesn't
different.
that look good?
I like it. See, you say different, so not what you would normally expect.
That looks like a good one.
Okay.
Can we tell me where that's from?
That's a great question.
I think that one's from the Last
Crumb.
Last Crumb
Crumb.
Cake Co. in
The
Bassendean.
Last Crumb Co. Okay,
Yep.
I like the name of that.
Oh, jeez, it looks
So
good.
we'll come back to that.
Yep, all right.
We'll
so
come revisit it.
After 8:30, that will pass your lips, my friend. Actually, if it's lucky to get to you, to be honest with you.
I see that. I just felt like there's some, look at the vigour in him. Like I just feel like his face lit up, and now he knows there's a cinnamon scroll coming.
But we do want to hear more about how you went last night at the Comedy Lounge. So, Blake, you're up on stage with Brian Shields. He's another comedian. He's
Funny
going
guy.
to join us in just a few moments.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
We need to find out more about Ben Cousins' comedy debut last night at the Comedy
It wasn't
Lounge.
a comedy debut, please.
It's not your first time, clearly. Obviously, you've been doing comedy for years.
I was there, but I wasn't in charge of the comedy. But the comedy was sensational.
Well, speaking
So
of which, I
good.
mean, Locker Room Laughs organised Brian Shields, the comedian, joining us right now. Hi, Brian.
Hi, good to be here.
Brian, tell us how this came about, because Ben tried to keep this a secret from us, and we only found out yesterday that he was doing it last night. So, what was the deal? Did Ben have to get up and do material, or were you guys roasting him? What was happening?
No, he was first off, he was amazing. He's such a natural. And we do the heavy lifting. The comedians will do the heavy lifting and the laughs. I think with people thinking it's at the Comedy Lounge, they're like, oh God, we've got to be funny. But it's kind of like mixing both my passions. I love comedy and I love sport. And I thought, how can we bring it together at one of the best comedy rooms in the world? And definitely the comedy room in Australia with the Comedy Lounge. And that's what we do. We kind of have comics in the first half, and then we have a sports superstar in the second, and we just take the stories wherever they'll go. It's not a Coldplay concert. It's a chamber of secrets, so no one's going to get stitched up.
As much as I enjoyed the comedy in the first half, I'm not sure if I had my time over again whether I would have sat in the audience and enjoyed myself as much as I did. Because as it went on, I did find myself, it was very funny. But then I started to get nervous because the pressure was on. It's a tough act to follow. I should have been on first, and then you guys finish it, I think. But
So Brian, then, did he deliver?
And he was the mailman. He was always delivering.
Was
He did
that
so well.
right? Yeah.
He killed it. The people he got applause breaks and everything.
Applause
you done
breaks?
comedy. It's hard to get an applause break.
It's hard. It is hard. And I'll tell you what, though, when we met Ben, we were like, there's a bit, we've got to chip away at Ben because he was keeping his cards to his chest. He was pretty, private guy, and we sort of had to really create this friendship and relationship together to really get him to open up. But apparently you just talked to him for 5 minutes and he was like, I'm ready to go.
It's that room, eh?
Yeah,
it feels like
it is a great room, isn't it?
Yeah, it just felt like it was a room. Honestly, the room last night had a lot of love in it, and everyone was there to see Ben and see him doing well. And I said it to him on stage, like, it's an inspiration, man, what he's been through. And he had some funny stories and he had some real stories, but the main thing was everything he said was authentic, and the crowd loved that. And in stand-up comedy, if you're not authentic, people smell it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know yourself. Like, you can be a great act or write really well, but if you don't come across quite as you, they know, and you might stumble through some sets. But if you're yourself, people they start laughing. Like, how the hell? What's the recipe here to be consistent?
Yeah.
How does he stack up against some of these other names, mate, that you've had on that stage? I mean, you've had Collingwood great Dane Swan, you've got Nick Nat, you've had Danny Green. Where does he sit in the...
Mate, he's the Prince of Perth. They have all been awesome. They've all been great, eh? But yeah, everyone's brought something different. Nick Nat was brilliant, Greenie was brilliant, Swanee was brilliant, and then Cuz was like the icing on the cake. It was good fun.
You know, you say that it is a comedy lounge. You are having a good time. There's lots of laughs. Now, I heard on the grapevine that it actually got quite heartfelt in there.
Did.
And that it was quite emotional, that Ben told a story or was talking about an experience that actually might have brought you to tears, Ben.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't like talking about this, but there's nothing wrong with a bit of emotion at times.
You don't have to tell us the story now. We'll just farm it from you another day.
Absolutely, yeah.
We'll make you do it tomorrow. But obviously, you feel pretty vulnerable up there then.
I have told that a couple of times, and I do find myself getting emotional most times I tell it. It's nothing wrong with a bit of emotion. I like seeing other people. I enjoy seeing a bit of emotion from people. So I don't run from it. I don't look forward to it, but I don't run from it.
It's what helps us connect. It's why these nights are so great. Brian, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Keep up the great work over at the Comedy Lounge as well. You you got a heap of your mates in here as well. Is John from the Comedy Lounge too?
John's the owner.
Yeah,
he's the man. He makes it all happen.
Fantastic, because and it's being able to talk about these things and making sure these things stay alive. Like getting out and seeing local shows is fantastic. So get out and support local talent. It's amazing.
Here.
Absolutely. All right, thanks, mate. All the best to you.
Thank you, guys.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
We're on the hunt for WA's best cinnamon scroll. And since Ben Cousins is a Cinny Scroll enthusiast...
That is my Achilles heel.
We're calling this the Cinna-BEN Scroll Hunt. I don't know. Does that work?
It's the almighty Cinna-BEN of 2025. We are putting it out there, looking for the best cinnamon scrolls for Ben. And we trust him because you've had a few.
I have had a few.
You've put a few away in your time.
This has gathered a bit of momentum, but there's a few people weighing in from all over the place.
Well, they certainly are. We had a ton of them call through with their suggestions of where the best cinnamon scroll is around WA.
The last Crumb Cake Co in Bassendean.
I think Dunford Bakery, yeah.
Big Loaf Factory at O'Connor. Margaret River Bakery. North Street Store in Cott.
A little jam just out of Denmark called the Top Shed.
Fermentum and Co in Mandurah.
Oh, Last Crumb Cake Co, Bassendean.
And I have found out too that Big Loaf Co, is it Big Loaf Co?
Yeah.
In O'Connor is same owners as North Street.
Oh.
Is that right?
Yes.
So they know a thing or two because that is one of your preferred scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got all of this.
Yeah, go out of your way for that one.
All of these recommendations people have given us. We're going to try and get a cinnamon scroll in here every day for you to try, and you can rank them all.
That one gets out of bed.
Now,
I'm eating a cinnamon scroll after getting out. It's just out of bed, and you're on this fitness campaign.
Yeah, no, I've just started.
I tell you.
I know. You know how troubling it was on Monday? Monday was my first day back at the gym and first day eating healthy, and we kicked this thing off.
Yeah, Pete's 3
Talk
days
about
in.
making it hard.
And I've started his morning by opening this packet of Monte Carlos. I've had Monte Carlos for breakfast.
Yes.
It's a breakfast of champions in here.
All
So
right.
we're about to give you this first cinnamon scroll to taste, Ben.
Okay, bring it on.
We have gone and freshly picked this one up from the Last Crumb Cake Co. in Bassendean, which got a couple of votes yesterday with people telling us you should go and check them out. Okay, so Pete's going to play the appropriate music, hopefully, that will hide him chewing on air because it grosses me out.
Oh, but I want to hear that part. Tells me. I think people listening right now really want to know that this is real. You know what I mean? And
Don't worry.
He's
Don't
not
worry.
faking it, right?
He's not faking it.
Okay. Right, go ahead.
Okay.
Calm into it.
Yeah, just give it a go.
Yeah.
Get in a good, because you want to get the icing and a bit of...
Yeah, a bit of everything there.
It looks good.
It does look good.
And it's filled one of those big polystyrene containers. It's a large scroll.
Good size, yeah.
Enough for two and a coffee. Right?
Okay, so I I've got a few things that I've got to rate this out of.
Yeah, we've given you,
Something to-
because you can't just sort of guess, can you? So we're saying we want you to rate it out of 10 on the flavour, the texture, and the icing, because we think that the icing is the game changer for a lot of people.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll start with icing. So very liberal, lots of it. It's yellow, which is a little it's unique or unusual. I don't know if there's
custard? I reckon
I
it's
think there is a
custard.
hint of custard flavour. Now, there's heaps of it. So if that's your go, you would love that. The flavour, strong.
Lots of cinnamon.
Lots of cinnamon.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good thing. I'll just go to the texture first, and then I'll come back to you with that. I love the texture with this. My idea of good perfect texture is in between the cake and the bread.
Right.
Yeah, so it's in between that, which this is. So I would be scoring that texture-wise off the charts. If I had to say overall, it is a very good cinnamon scroll. I think it's almost too much icing, too much. It's a big flavour. If that's your go,
Too much for you.
too much for me. I'm a bit subtle. I like to chase the icing. Like I've got to hunt for it a bit, and then I savour it,
It's this competitive spirit, isn't it? Like, you can't stop him. He'd be wanting to go out there and get a woolly mammoth.
But if you're someone that just loves heaps of the good stuff, there is heaps of the good stuff in that. Like
All right.
heaps of it.
Out of 10?
I mean, you've got to, is it an overall out of 10 or is it,
An
we're adding
overall.
them up, I think. It's out of 30 technically. Is it? How much are you going to give it for the texture? How much for the icing?
I'm going to go 9.5.
Oh, 9.5 for the
9.5
texture.
for
It's
texture.
big, yeah.
Okay. How much for the icing?
Icing, I'll go 6.
Okay.
Flavour,
Come back.
I'll go.
It's Ben's personal preference, isn't it?
Yeah, flavour, I'll go 6.5.
6.5 on the flavour.
Well, it's a bit tough too. This is his first one. So
That's what
this
I'm a
is
bit
the-
worried about too. I don't want to set the bar too high and then then have nowhere to go. So I'm a pretty hard marker. So
Okay.
that is a good cinnamon scroll.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't talk anyone out of going out of their way to go and have one from the last Crumb and Co.
Great Cake Co, yep.
Yeah,
In Bassendean, go and give it a go.
Okay, so 22 out of 30 overall, right? Which is a good score. It's a
Good
good way to
score.
get us started.
It's a 7.3 out of 10, apparently.
if
It's
we
been
average
worked
it.
out.
All right, so here's the thing, okay? Now we've been inundated with people wanting to get cinnamon scrolls into us, and in particular, we want them from all over WA. And we need some more, right? So some of the recommendations we had were from Dunsborough Bakery, Margaret River Bakery, and the Top Shed in Denmark.
Are we going to call on our team of people, on our family?
We certainly are. We absolutely are. So if you are, over the next few days, going to be making your way up to Perth, or even if you're a massive Ben fan and you just want to get one of those Cinny Scrolls up to us, can you give us a call? 13 10 60. We want one from either Dunsborough Bakery or Margaret River Bakery or the Top Shed in Denmark. Got to be making your way up to Perth, or even happy to be doing like a special trip for us.
A special trip.
Yeah,
if you want to
absolutely.
do us a favour and bring us a cinnamon
a
scroll.
7-hour round trip.
I'll get you sign something for them.
You can't even call it a tax write-off, guys. You'd just literally be doing it out of the love,
All right,
really.
13 10 60. We're trying to find someone who can get us one of these cinnamon scrolls. Get on the
Otherwise,
phone.
we'll be forced to, grab the chopper and take it down on air one
don't
morning,
mind it.
You've got
Otherwise,
contacts
we'll be
at Channel
forced to
7,
do that.
don't you?
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
We're on the hunt for WA's best cinnamon scroll. And since Ben Cousins is a Cinny Scroll enthusiast,
That is my Achilles heel.
we're calling this the Cinna-BEN Scroll Hunt. I don't know, does that work?
Ben's just tried his first cinnamon scroll that we picked up from the last Crumb Cake Co. in Bassendean. You've given it a delicious 7.3 out of 10. I think it would have rated higher, except it's too much icing for you.
It's a lot of the good stuff.
Yeah.
Which for some people, they would listen to me going, what's he talking about? So I understand.
Yeah.
Some people
He's
would
saying, go
love
and eat
that. Yeah, eat it.
But some of the recommendations that came from across WA, down in Bustleton, Margaret River, all these places, we're going, how are we going to get them to us for you to try? And our solution is to call upon our fantastic listening family.
And they are fantastic, mate. Oh, yeah. We've got Monique in Bustleton. Good morning.
Hello, how are ya?
We're good. Monique, do you live in Bustleton?
We do.
Okay. Are you coming up to Perth for any reason, or are you just?
No, we are. We're heading up. We're heading up to Perth on the weekend, on Saturday, so we can easily stop by the Dunsborough Bakery and grab you a cinnamon scroll. No problem.
Right. Okay.
Oh, now the downside to that is going to be that if they're coming back on a Saturday,
Monday,
you're not going to get it to the Monday, which might be a disservice to the bakery.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, you could be severely disappointed.
Well, I just think it's, if it's the store gift.
Yeah, right.
You're off the back markers. You're off scratch.
Yeah.
Because I even know the very best cinnamon scrolls I've had. I still, a day later, I will really enjoy it. But it's something. There is something not quite as good the day after. But 2 days after, it's a different cinnamon scroll.
You need to change your plans and come back on the Monday, okay?
All right.
But who are we to,
I think we could give it a, it could, could get a handicap, right?
Yeah.
You could give it an extra,
Okay.
a little something
Yeah.
if you're not getting it on the day of.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe we've got a better option here. Although, Monique, thank you. That's great.
Because it depends. Is anyone else coming from that area?
Renee, hi.
Hi.
So you're coming back from Margaret River, we're being told Sunday.
Yes, but it's not this Sunday, it's the following. I'm going down for Pete Murray concert on the Friday night.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Hang on. How long are we doing this for? Are we still going to be doing this until the following
Ben's going to be eating cinnamon scrolls for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I think
I'm right. It's just how long you guys have got.
Okay, because the Margaret River Bakery, was it? Margaret River Bakery that was nominated yesterday?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I think these are fabulous options, though, guys. Look how generous they're being. I feel like we've got to give it a try.
You reckon?
Because what's the worst thing can happen? He can try it and go, this would have been better fresh, which everyone understands.
Yeah.
But if we don't try, then we'll never know.
It's a very good point. I mean, look, regardless of where this wraps up, halfway through the next week or for the next few months, Renee, I'd say still bring it. Like, just bring it anyway. And we'll fit it in somewhere, I'm sure.
Our producer's going to talk to, I think, Renee and Monique, I think we still need to organise something. So we'll get them onto our producers to find out. Let's see if Monica has something for us. Good morning, Monica.
Good morning.
Whereabouts would you be travelling from, Monica?
From Dunsborough.
Oh, okay, because the Dunsborough Bakery got a couple of mentions. Is there more than one bakery in Dunsborough? We're trying to get to the bottom of this.
I think there is.
There is still more than one?
2.
Yes, 2.
How do we know which one is the one?
I'll get one from both.
Now we're talking.
Monica, you are a team player. We appreciate that. So you're coming back on Sunday. So that's 1 day fresher. I mean, that's a definite.
That's 1 day fresher,
I mean, if we could pop it in some Tupperware. If you got that'd help, right?
Yes,
Not
I'll
too-
treat it. I'll treat it well. Don't you worry.
Yeah, don't put it in too early. We don't want it to sweat. If it's still warm, don't.
Oh, true. Yes.
Yeah, wait till
Yeah.
it's not sweating and
but
then
also
Tupperware it.
You don't want it to be too cold either, because if it's too cold, then it goes a bit stiff.
If you put it in a paper bag, you suck the air out of it first.
Just put it in a vacuum sealed bag now. Okay, this is very generous of you all. I think we're going to have to try something on Monday from one of these ladies. We need to work out how we're going to make that happen. You guys chat to producers and sort it out, but we will try another one on Monday regardless.
Yeah, but the other thing is tomorrow we've got another one for you from 8 a.m, Benny.
Okay.
All right, so be ready. We've got another
Maybe
one
I won't
coming
have breakfast in the morning.
No, don't do that.
Coming on an empty stomach.
Hey, the other thing, don't forget, so Ed Sheeran announced overnight, this is the place that you can win Ed Sheeran tickets for the Loop Tour up to Stadium January next year. Every day that we don't give them away, they jackpot. They didn't get given away today. We've got 4 to give away at 7:30 tomorrow.
Be there.
All right, we'll chat to you then.
Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins. 6 to 9 weekdays. You can't miss Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins. And you can't miss a great winter holiday with What If. With loads of accommodation options, plus flights, car hire and things to do. Book your trip on whatif.com or download the What If app today. What if it's Aussie for travel?